Blessed be, guys and ghouls. Sorry about the shaky camera. I'm just going to make this one a quickie real quick. I've had a few questions about our pets, so I thought that it would be a really good time for me to introduce you guys to them. So first things first, let's take a look in the hallway. Right here is where we have our first star. Let me introduce you guys to Charlotte. Sorry, her cage is kind of a mess right now. It's covered with little cricket carcasses. But this is where Charlotte lives. Charlotte is our rose hair tarantula. We've had her about 8 years. They typically have a 25-year lifespan, so she'll be with us for a long time. She's kind of hiding in her tank right now. You can kind of see her leg poking out. But it's funny because a lot of people, when they first meet Charlotte, they freak out, which is understandable. There's a lot of arachnophobes out there. But she is actually by far the most patient, chill, low maintenance creature we have ever owned. She has just been so wonderful. She's been our best roommate. We really enjoy her. And in fact, a lot of people who have been diehard arachnophobes kind of turn a new leaf when it comes to Charlotte because she is just so chill. Now her tank is locked, as you can see, so she can't get out. She's never been out. She has no desire in getting out. Charlotte's starting to get a little curious. She poked her head out, see what's going on. But she's just a really wonderful creature. And like I said, we don't ever take her out of her cage. It just stresses us out because we're afraid of dropping her or hurting her. It stresses her out because she's scared. So we just keep her in here all the time, and we only really bother her if we're cleaning her cage, which it is beyond time to do. But yeah, she's pretty chill. We feed her crickets most of the time, and occasionally we'll throw in a mealworm or a grub, and she likes those for a little variety. But all in all, she's very chill, very low maintenance, very sweet. When we first got her, the guy at the pet store said that she was the only thing in the entire store that had never bit him. There's a misconception out there that tarantulas are highly venomous. They're not. Most of them are venomous, but only about the amount of a bee sting. And in fact, their venom is very close to bee venom. So chances are, if you're allergic to bee stings, you're allergic to tarantula venom. However, we wouldn't know because she has never ever shown any interest in harming us at all. She's always been just very patient and sweet and chill and totally happy to toodle along in her little home. All right, onward to the next critter. Walking through the kitchen. Oh, here we go. Excuse the laundry on the bed, but this is Sally. You've seen her in the intro. Sally is our... How old are you now, Sally? Yeah, I think she's about 11 because we got her about 8 years ago when she was 3. We adopted her from the SPCA, and she's really been wonderful. We have 2 cats. We've cycled through having 3 cats throughout the years. The 3rd cat, for some reason, just never lasts long. Like, we either rehome them or they pass away. But Sally and our other cat, Cleo, have been the mainstays. Now, Sally is... we adopted Sally when she was 3, like I said before, as an adult. So... we knew that when we wanted to adopt the second cat, we knew we wanted to adopt one from a shelter, but also we knew we wanted an adult cat because most people want kittens when they adopt. And Sally was the second oldest cat they had at the shelter. And right away, she warmed up to my husband. Like you saw when I tried to pet her before, she gets a little nervous around people. She's a very sweet cat. But she's definitely our scaredy cat. She's definitely a little crotchety. We joke that she trains the tiny humans because Sally she typically will just stay put around the tiny humans. But if they are too rough with her or yank her fur or anything like that, she is also more prone to swat at them, which we don't encourage it, but we get it and we allow it to an extent. I mean, of course, we try to avoid the children from hurting the cats as much as possible, but at the same time, Sally kind of allows the kids to learn that if you're rough with creatures, they will hurt you. And she's never like vicious or anything. She just gives them a little swat and moves along. She just trains the tiny humans. But yeah, she's a very sweet cat. She especially loves my husband. She's got a few quirks, but that's what happens when you adopt a full-grown animal. You know, you don't really know what their past is. I have a feeling Sally had experienced some trauma in her past because she is really slow to trust people, especially women. She warms up to men a lot faster than women. She instantly warmed up to my husband. That's why we adopted her, because just right from the get-go, he was her human, and there was no two ways about it. We knew that she was meant to come home with us, and she's been a part of our family ever since. And then over here on the other side of the bed, like I said, excuse the mess. We live in tight quarters and it is self-isolation. Here is Cleo. Now you've seen Cleo kind of bomb some of my videos in the past. Cleo I have had for a long time. Maybe 10 years. Cleo I had as a kitten. A friend of mine gave her to me. She already had the name Cleo. She's named after Miss Cleo from the infomercials. But anyhow, she's just been my companion for a long time. I went from living in a straight edge party house with 8 people to living by myself, and that was not great for my depression. I really went through a dark space, and it was really, really hard to just be coming home to an empty house every day. And then one of my friends called me up and said, like, hey, you know, do you want a cat? My friend's getting rid of kittens. And I dropped everything and I went over to her house, and Cleo was the only female cat, and I adopted her right then and there, and she's been with me ever since. So yeah, Cleo is definitely our social butterfly, whereas Sally is a little bit more shy, a little bit more of a scaredy cat. Cleo just warms up to everyone instantly. I've had so many people want to, snag her from me, and I've had so many people offer, if you ever want to get rid of her, or if you ever have to get rid of her. But Cleo stuck with me forever. Like, I would rather live in a car than live without her, which I know is very extreme, but, in many ways, she saved my life, because once I had her, my mental health improved so much. She's really been with me for a lot of tough times. She's just such a sweet girl, and she's so social. She is always down for rubs, always down for attention. She really is just a really wonderful cat. Now, she is a little bit more wary around the kids. She tends to be a little bit more scared of them. But that's been changing, especially since we had my son Rory. It's actually been rather extraordinary. Cleo just instantly has attached herself to him. She loves him so much. She will lay with him on the changing table and refuse to move. No matter how much he's tugging at her fur or yanking on her tail, she will just snuggle up with him, which is very extraordinary. She's always been kind of fearful of children in the past. So the fact that she is not scared one whit of my baby is pretty awesome. It really warms my heart. It makes me think, because she used to lay on my stomach when he was in the womb, and she would feel him kicking around in there. So who knows? Maybe she's probably just sensing that energy and recognizing him, and he loves it. He loves it, and she loves him, and she's just a really, really sweet girl, and we're very blessed to have her and our other 2 pets, our other 2 girls in our lives. But yeah, these are our pets. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with me. I know this is a quickie, but I wanted to take this opportunity to introduce the little furry critters that you've seen bombing my videos. So yeah, hope you guys are staying safe, staying sane, and I'll catch you later. Stay spooky.